Hey there, this is Andrea with ADS, here to bring you the very best in marketing and branding tips, as well as business tips for those of you who are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and personal branders. Welcome and thanks so much for being here. And as always, if you're new to this channel, consider liking this video if you like it and also subscribing. The button is below if you'd like to subscribe and hit the notifications bell afterwards. You'll get to see all these videos when they come up. So today we're doing a recap on social media marketing world 2020. First of all, please know that I have been dying to check out this conference for at least 2 years, if not 3. Sincerely, ever since I started ADS, which is 3-ish years ago now, it'll be 4 in the fall, I have been wanting to go to Social Media Marketing World. I finally had the opportunity to do it. And let me tell you, I am going again next year. 2021, I will be there. I already got my ticket going. I hope you'll come with me. If you're coming, let me know in the comments below. I want to know who you are. All right, so first off, I have so much to fill you in on. So there's an element of this from the event branding side I must cover for those of you who are the event planners out there. And those of you who are more so interested in the tips, you can kind of skip ahead to this minute block. I will put it right here for you where you can skip ahead to if you want to just get to the tips. But if you want to stick around for like the event elements that I thought were cool and notable, then that's what we're covering first. All right. So 2 things we're covering today, event elements and then all the tips from the workshops, which will take quite some time to really cover. I'm going to do my best to get through those this year as I can, but there's so much. So we'll just get started and dive in. And today is just like the 20,000 foot view I want to give you. And then later in the subsequent videos, we'll dive into the tips, per topic as you're interested in them. Okay? Sound like a plan? Awesome. Let's go. So the first thing is I went to San Diego, which is where Social Media Marketing World is held, from Atlanta. So it's like a 4-ish hour trip. Got there late at night on a Saturday night. Everything starts, if you are an all access ticket holder, which your little badge looks like this. If you have the all access, which is the highest level ticket you can get, then your sessions start on Sunday as opposed to Monday. So you can actually get access to some longer form workshops. You can do some deeper dives into some subjects before everyone else gets there. And I think that was well worth the money. I think it was well worth the money. And there were certain sections that you could not get to without this all access pass. They did also give you this armband thing it was like a blue shiny armband you had to wear every day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of the whole conference. Can I tell you, if you're an event organizer and you were watching this, do not do that to people, because honestly, it made me feel like a little tagged animal, like you had to wear it. But they were checking for it at all the events. If you had to have this access, they were not only just looking for the badge, but they also needed to see your wristband, of which I was like, why do we have 2 things? Who knows? If you know, let me know. But I'm so glad to have that thing off after 3 days. I was like, The thing about this too is they denote new first timers with these lanyards. So if you had a green lanyard, no pun intended, maybe pun intended, green meant you are green, you are new to this thing. So if you had a blue one, it means you're a veteran to the event, but green means you're a newbie, you're a first timer, with the exception of like one chick I met who said they gave her the wrong color badge and she just rolled with it anyway. But that was interesting. Green denotes new. I thought that was a cool event element to take note of. I got there Saturday night, and then here's what happened afterwards. I put this on my IG stories. I'm gonna play this for you now. So, finally here in San Diego. OMG, it has been a little journey getting here, but I'm here. All right, and I could totally just straight fall out right now. However, just want to let you know I made it. All is good. I just had to switch rooms. They did this weird little thing out of the door. I feel like we were breaking into somebody's room. So I got to my room I was supposed to be in, and the key wouldn't work and had to go downstairs and have them fix it. And I went back upstairs and it still didn't work and had to call a guy, like a security guy, to come and he'd check my ID again. And then his keys wouldn't work. And then he had to go get this weird little contraption thing to slide. I'm not, like, you're not supposed to know about it, he says. Like, nobody's supposed to know about this little contraption they use, but it unlocks the door from the inside. And then he did that and the door handle moved and he goes to open the door and it's locked. The little, extra lock you can do from the inside was locked. I was like, maybe somebody's in there. Maybe somebody's in the room, And yeah, but you would think if somebody was in there, they would like be having a heart attack and they would say something like, who the heck is trying to break in my room? Anyway, they got me this other room, which is on the other side of the hotel, and it's supposed to have this lovely view of downtown, of which it looks cool at night, but I'll probably show it to you in the morning. So, anyway, I'm here. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Okay, so I just wanted you to know how this whole thing kicked off for me. That room story with the world. Kind of crazy, but whatever. We got that all fixed out, and that was my Saturday night. There was like some informal mixer Saturday night, and by the time that was over, I just was like, you know what? I'm just glad to be in my room. I'm just gonna chill and relax and start it over tomorrow. So in the morning, on Sunday morning, there was a workout session and I called myself being on my beast mode. And I was like, I'm gonna bring my workout clothes and work out with everybody else. So, but mind you, I'm a walker. That's my main mode of exercise now ever since Scotland, which I am writing a book about. Those of you who watch this channel all the time do know the Scotland book is my baby project I'm doing all the time. So, but I'm a walker. And so I just did not think about the fact that doing these new exercises could actually make you so sore. I was like, so I did this workout Sunday morning, which you can see here. And I just did snippets of it. I didn't record my whole stuff because I didn't have time to do all that. But we really worked everything. I could feel, back muscles, chest muscles, arms, legs, hams, calves, abs, your core from that. Man, dude who worked us out day one on Sunday morning, just know I felt that. I just still feel my abs now, probably. I was feeling that definitely through the whole conference and then some. It was a little difficult too because I had like this issue with my shoulder on the plane, whatever. So I was trying to like lift up this luggage and a guy was trying to help me. I should have just let him do it and I was trying to help him help me. And then I like super twinged my shoulder, to which I could still feel now. Like, it's gonna go away, but I still feel it. That was a bad move on my part. And I still did these exercises. So Sunday morning, I did this workout. Then they had the workshops throughout the rest of the day and like an informal session after that. Monday is when everyone got there, and this was the largest tweeting moment. Was the 8 a.m. kickoff keynote ceremony is when everyone decided to get on Twitter and tweet about being at Social Media Marketing World for the keynote, where Michael Stelzner gave like a state of the social media address, you know, where we are with social media right now, his predictions, his thoughts around it, which we'll go through in the section after this brand elements of the event section we're talking about first. So we'll go through what Michael said. Let me get to what it was like walking up to this place. So you register, they do give you this, I was looking for like some kind of handout. So they did have some handouts, of which I was expecting something, a PDF of something like this to be online that we could download, look at, print out, but everything was always on the app. And truth be told, by the time I found out about the app, I got this stuff thinking I was gonna really use it, and I totally didn't. I totally just used the app, so maybe there is something to that. But beforehand, when I didn't know any better, I was looking for the PDF downloadables of stuff like this, and I didn't see it online. So they had this like paper schedule that you could also have, and this was just generic what was actually online, but it doesn't spell out all the sessions. And honestly, I'm not even certain if this big map spells out all the sessions and workshops. Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does. So you can see there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sometimes there were eight sessions or workshops to choose from at any given time block on any given day, which is a heck of a lot. But this is what I expected to see somewhere, some downloadable thing. And I just didn't find it. But honestly, the app works great. So that's what I used the whole time. And I think probably what everyone else used. On the back, like I honestly did not open this the whole time. But now that I'm looking at it, I was like, oh, so helpful. So there was a Wi-Fi password and everything here along with a map. And this was a map of all the breakout rooms. And then this is a map of like what they call the networking plaza, which is a bunch of tables, which I'll show you what that looks like, that area. And all the vendors were set up here. And then they had 2 stages at the opposite ends of the room, content stage A and content stage B. And then there was also a food court area by content stage B. All the YouTubers seem to be at content stage B. And then there was like a Starbucks back there, but people told me they didn't like that Starbucks compared to the other one, which had a ridiculously long line. But shout out to the Starbucks workers at this San Diego Convention Center. They rocked it the whole time. I mean, and they didn't have any more baristas than any other Starbucks, and they were killing the lines. I mean, people were in and out of that place. Even though the lines looked ridiculously long, I waited in one time, and you guys know I am not a line person, and they got us in and out. I was very shocked and amazed. So they had elements like this. I'm just showing you all the collateral pieces for you collateral junkies who like to see collateral. There was a bingo thing for night number 1 with instructions on the back of what to do. And you can see there's like a perforated edges. It's because at the top there was a little thing you could rip off for 1 drink. So as an all access holder, you get 1 drink, and trust, I did take advantage of that. And then at the bottom, when you were done collecting your bingo names, then, which was of course designed to get you to mix and mingle with people, then they took your last little card at a designated vendor table, and then that gave you the opportunity to go in a raffle to, I believe, win a ticket for next year. So it was good incentive, but also I'm like, social media marketing world, how do you know if you won? Like, who gets the announcement? Do they ever announce it anywhere? Or you just have to know you're the winner? I would like to know who the winners are. Obviously it wasn't me, but I would like to know who the winners are. Anyway, all right, and so there's also this thing they promoted. This is another collateral piece, Social Media Marketing Society. I believe this is like $80 a month, and it's something where you get live trainings. If you want to continue the spirit of education throughout the year, you can get these live trainings with their Social Media Marketing Society. It was either $80 a month or $297 for the year, I want to say. I did not do this because I kind of figured, well, one, I want to know who's doing this right now, so I want to get someone's take on how they feel about this thing. But Also, because I got the all access ticket, you get all the recordings for all the sessions. So I feel like that's a heck of a lot of recordings. Like it probably, even if I only listen to one a week for the rest of the year, it would probably take me through Social Media Marketing World 21, if not go past it, because there were so many. I mean, you saw the map with all those layouts. I mean, that's a lot of time blocks. I will break that out for you. I'm gonna make myself do that and give you the number right here. Boom. Total number of sessions right here. So imagine if you did one a week. I mean, you probably wouldn't get through it in time for Social Media Marketing World 21. So that's a heck of a lot. It's a heck of a lot of content to choose from. So, and then another thing I wasn't prepared for was this sale, which I should have thought of, you know, because a lot of conventions do this, but they had a little sale going on where you could get your tickets at the cheapest price at the event. So by the end of the event, you know, getting this. And then last little piece of collateral I brought was just your little drink ticket that they had when they had the Roaring Twenties party on Monday night, which is like the big party. It's just a drink ticket at the event. So boom, there's all your collateral pieces. Event elements, when you walk in a space, watch when you walk through the space. So you're going through the convention center, they've got branding up top. You go in, and then they've got all of your registration areas. This was massive. Massive. I meant to take a look when like all the general ticket members got there on Monday, because they probably did need it all broken out like that by alphabetical order, but it was massively huge and very well done. Good job, organizers. I thought the entire event was well organized and put together. So I'm showing you these event elements. Well branded spaces for the registration area. Then you immediately walk over. You can see the map, which I have seen on other social media content pieces people have put out there about this show before. So there's a map where you can pin your location of where you came from. Someone already did Atlanta for me, Jim Fuse. First guy, I'm probably saying your last name wrong, but I think it's Fuse. He's my neighbor in Marietta. He's like volunteering, and the first guy I met when I was there, which was so awesome. So he was talking to me about the map and the convention and the conference and all this. And so they had the cool map area. People were pinning it, you know, from Europe and everywhere they were from. And then there was like a wall with all this vinyl branding, which is fantastic. So what they did, which is so smart, because these are social media marketers who are coming to this place, or people who are interested in social media marketing. And they had so many wonderful photo op areas. So they had the big vinyl walls. They had the little Jeep area. It was like half a Jeep cut out with a surfboard. They had some tiki places up top. They had the big yellow chair. They had the big flower wall. There was like cool paper flower cutouts, you know, that was very vibrant and awesome. So, and then there were plenty of like your normal step and repeats, logoed walls with Social Media Marketing World's logo all over it. that you could take a picture in front of, and people were doing videos in front of those and taking pictures. So they did well to have all of these photo op places for people because they needed them and it worked out great. So plenty of places to take your photo at Social Media Marketing World, not to worry. Very well done. And those are the elements I really wanted you to see. There was also like a DJ area, and I thought it was cute that they had a chalkboard area that changed out its theme daily. So, they wiped it down every day. They provided chalk, and there was some theme like your music song of choice or whatever, that changed up every day. And people were going over there and drawing. I think these were our artists in the mix, but they were going over there making their mark and drawing and responding to the theme for the day. I thought that was a wonderful little event element, kind of like silent graffiti, which is so fun for those of us who are more introverted or ambiverts, but on our introvert mode that day. I thought that was a cool interactive piece. Another cool part of this whole thing was that there was a gas lamp quarters. I kept calling it gas lamp district, but gas lamp is a cool space, restaurants, boutiques, blah, 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 just across the train tracks from the convention center. So people were going out there, and I went out there night number 1, went to Nobu, which is awesome. It has a Michelin star, which is great. And also there's other, restaurants and things as you go down. So I got to explore it one of the days. Believe it or not, it was rainy, cloudy, both Sunday and Monday. Tuesday was the only day where it was like truly sunny, which was so odd because it never rains in Southern California. That's what they say. That's what they told me. So overall, Social Media Marketing World was fantastic. It was everything I expected and more. I love the speakers. I love the layout. I loved their representation of excellence in this space. I even loved their musical tributes they did in the mornings, which, I'd seen that on social media before. It was cool to see live. It's just such a cool way to say, we get you, we understand you, social media marketers, and you do feel like it's like a community that you get to be in, because how often do you get to be around other people who do what you do truly, on a daily basis? So that was pretty awesome to hear those musicals where people are really, the songs and the lyrics really identify with what you're going through as a social media marketer, which not very many people understand. So that was hilarious, well done, good touches, even some emotional, heartfelt touches, which were wonderful. So all over, job well done. And even at the end of this, we got to do this fun breakfast, kind of networking breakfast with influencers, so the top tweeters. So I'll show you that as well. My friend Natalie Gregg spurred all of that. It was her brainchild, and I was the happy hostess for all that. So really fun stuff with some really awesome people who they go to this all the time, and so this is their thing and their space, and they're very well known in this place. So it was cool just to get to hear their feedback and their take on Social Media Marketing World and what else they go to out there. So really neat. So now on to the other stuff. So now on to the tips. These are the tips from the workshops and sessions. I want to high level just go through some of these with you so you can kind of get a feeling of the breadth of sessions and workshops that I was able to attend, and I want to pass on some of those golden nuggets to you. Okay, so one thing that was big here was some author tips. So I have 2 quick tips to share with you from Pat Flynn and Roberto Blake, both people whom I follow, who've taught me so much, and it was so awesome to meet them in person. So Pat Flynn said to consider creating a companion course to go with your book, and that can be full of downloadables, workshops, templates, things like that, videos people can watch on the spot to go along with the book as you're reading it. So a companion course I thought was fantastically smart for authors to consider, even for authors who are writing like potentially fiction, nonfiction. Is there some kind of cool companion element that can go with it to enhance what people are reading? Who's to say there isn't, so, but honestly probably bodes well for more of the how-to self-help kind of books, right? But still, companion course, I thought that was great. Roberta Blake says, leverage your audience and get pre-orders for your book. Use all those pre-sales to become an Amazon bestseller in your category. So you sort of kind of know that, but it was good to hear someone like Roberta Blake mention that. So that was a great reminder, like, yes, you're doing the right thing. So I was telling you guys, I'm writing a book right now myself. So I was like, that's for me. Taking notes. Email. Pat Flynn says, a quality email list is business insurance. I have told you here on this channel over and over again, email is your friend. It is the one thing you own and control in addition to your website online. And even your website can go down. And it is so critical for people to have their email list together and to begin to grow them. I mean, it's so important, and people forget about that all the time or don't want to do it, but it is golden. You're so right, Pat Flynn. So correct. And Ann Handley also chimed in with the same notion. She says, email is the only place where people, not algorithms, are in control. Yes, ma'am. So true. Ann was awesome. Ann was awesome. If you're not familiar with Ann Handley, like, I've had her book for years now, which is Everybody Writes. I mean, and I'm sure she has a million billion books out there, but I have Everybody Writes. And so it was so awesome to hear her on stage. She's hilarious. If you've not heard her bun story, okay, ask me about that later. So cute, so cute. Okay, I have a lot of tips around community, largely from Dana Malstaff, but also a note from Chris Strupp. So Dana Malstaff was all about Facebook groups. And so she says the key to Facebook groups is to post less and engage more. And that makes sense, right? Because the community is about engagement. And I think sometimes we get too into this whole autopilot mode of just posting so people feel like you're there. But she's right. Engagement matters the most. I mean, that's across the board on all platforms, right? So I thought that was great. She also said something which I thought was so beautiful and true. She said in communities, you need to give people permission to be who they are. Give people permission to be who they are. So your group, and the value add for that is that people want to connect with, and she said it right here, people's desire to connect and be valued is directly connected to your ability to convert sales and organically grow your audience. People want to feel like they belong. So you need to help people feel like they belong. She says we all want to feel a little less crazy. So, rather than saying, this is what I want to do with you and how I want to transform you and blah, blah, blah right away, you're just open arms, welcoming people and saying, I love you how you are. You're my people. Come with me. You're my people. Come be with me where it's okay and we can be the same together. So people do love that sense of community, and that's what makes these groups special and magical and work and grow. So I thought those were special points on her part. Oh, and this is just a common theme across the board. So we know this as marketers. I'm passing it on to you in case you haven't thought of it in a while. Engagement trumps followership. It's just true. I think we all get a little bit caught up in the vanity metrics of this all, and we all want 10,000 followers to tout so we can say we're a big deal and we're an authority in our space, because otherwise we wouldn't have all these followers following us. But truthfully, engagement is the best thing. And so Chris Strupp said it best in his Twitter session that I went to, which I thought Chris was awesome. And he's now in Greenville, where I used to live for years before I started moving around. He says, we are all famous to a few people. True. So you don't have to be somebody with 1 million followers or 100,000 followers or a company with that many followers. If you are faithful over the followers you have, and if you're a good steward to them and bringing them value and you care about them and you're nurturing them, that's what counts. That's what's most important. And the other numbers will come, right? But it's about being a good steward over what you have. My dad's a pastor, and today he had this sermon, and it was so true what he said, as a good reminder. If you're faithful over few, you will be made faithful over many. And that's true. You know, even our communities, I believe that. So good stuff on community. All right. And then there was also engagement tips. So especially with regards to Instagram. And these are mostly coming from Chalene Johnson, but Jasmine Star and Chalene also, you know, those two are both our Instagram ladies for this conference. And their first point they both had in common is to spell it out. You need to tell people what to do because they don't always know how to engage with you. People don't always know how to engage. People are not as savvy as you are potentially on social media. Some of them are, but not everyone. And so you have to tell them comment below. You have to tell them swipe right or left or up, or, you know, click here to see more stories. You know, like things like that. Give them directions because they may not otherwise know how you want them to engage with you. Okay? So spell it out, telling people how to engage. I love this quote by Chalene Johnson. She says, "Too much of the same is white noise." True, across the board. "It doesn't change. I don't have a reason to check it out. It's not grabbing my attention. Shake it up." So by that, she's saying, if all your posts are the same, this was a great point she made. So if all your poses, for example, are the same on Instagram, you're an individual, and all your poses are, you know, like it's the same pose every time you look, like I'm just gonna stop looking because everything you post is the same. You have to shake it up. It has to be different. It has to be something that catches people's eye. And that's the point to all of this. On YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, we're looking for things that stop us from scrolling. We're looking for the things that are like, what is that? Those are the things we have to think about. And start noticing the things that make you stop scrolling and pay attention, because that is going to give you some clues as to how you can be shaking it up yourself. She also mentioned that IGTV is Instagram's favorite kid right now. So if you want a gold star from Instagram, you've got to play there. True, makes sense. So if you've not been playing with IGTV, that's a reminder. It's not going anywhere. They have just allowed horizontal video. Thank the Lord. Thank you. They have allowed horizontal video now, so you don't have to have vertical all the time. Vertical will still work, but horizontal is now allowed. I didn't think that was gonna work. When it came out, I was like, try. And I did it and had, you know, a bunch of IGTV videos that are vertical, but it's so nice to know that you can be horizontal now, if you didn't know that already. So cool. Also, final note from Chalene, she said, consider what would make your content easy to share. Think about what compels you to share things. So yes, think about what makes you share something freely on social media. When you share someone else's content, what about it made you want to share it? So making your content share friendly like that is so golden and key, particularly for Instagram. TikTok. Yes, they shamed me about TikTok. Basically saying, stop poo-pooing TikTok. You need to get over it. One thing Michael Stelzner said was that ByteDance, Byte like gigabyte, ByteDance is the parent company of TikTok, and they are valued at 75 billion US dollars. That was just this past fall. They were valued at 75 billion, not going anywhere. TikTok had 738 million downloads in 2019, and 49% of users are 35 and older. Nearly half the users are 35 and older. Nearly half the users are in my age range. Of which I was like, stop it. Stop. I need these numbers verified. But the point is, I did not want to do TikTok, just like I didn't want to do Snapchat, and I kind of got a pass on Snapchat. You know, Gary Vee is so big about TikTok. He had a chat with Michael Stelzner just before he gave this speech. And Michael's like, you need to be on TikTok. Okay. I will look at it, but I'm not going to say I'm going to love it. I will look at it only because you guys keep telling me that we need to be on it. I'll have a look. I'll promise you that. Okay. All right. If you're going to do TikTok, let me know in the comments below. Graphic design, another time I'll have to go through these fantastic golden nuggets from Socially Sorted. She's a wonderful Aussie lady that I met. Laws of Undesign. I mean, I cannot wait to try out some of her tools and tips and tricks on things like animations and video captions for Instagram and things like that. So I'll have a lot to share with that on another later video. All right, just know, so many tips from Socially Sorted. Be sure to follow her. Google Ads. There's another Aussie lady, Ilana. I'm saying her name, Ilana, I-L-A-N-A. Had a cool paid traffic puzzle, which was 4 parts, 4 buckets of Google paid traffic, which were so awesome. And we'll cover that in another video, but I think it was great and a great visual way to think about that space. So really great job there. And there were so many tips on YouTube. I mean, really, and basically I know all of them. I just went because some of my favorites were there, like Derral Eves and Roberto Blake and Sean Cannell. And, you know, so they had all the juicy tips about YouTube. Some things were new I did pick up, but because I follow them all the time, I mean, I kind of already knew that stuff. And the main things to know are title, thumbnail, and description. We'll go over that another time, but I mean, it's consistent across the board. Every YouTube content creator who teaches harps on those 3 things because they do matter that much. So that's another video we can go through another time. And otherwise, there were some simple concepts about authenticity, know, like, and trust, story, keeping things human, video, not getting too caught up in analysis paralysis, how your customer's your hero, again, make me stop scrolling, content, making it human, very valuable, thinking about your content strategy and where opportunities exist. That was from Roberto Blake. Leveling up, you know, what skills do you need to survive and thrive in the new economy? So there's so much to unpack here. I cannot do it all in one video. I am gonna have to break these up for you. But I just wanted to give you the overview, and you let me know in the comments below if there's any particular area that you have a specific interest in. Otherwise, I'm just gonna take my time going through those, you know, over the next few weeks. It's gonna, honestly, it might take a quarter to go through all that. I might have to double up and do 2 videos a week just to get through all that, but that's the high level for social media marketing world. And truthfully, you know, I'm gonna leave you with this quick little note about one of my favorite things about this conference above all else. And I'm gonna play that for you now. One of the greatest things about being at this conference is, and I've said this several times, but I truly mean it, is that I'm not a celebrity person. Sincerely, I'm not a celebrity person. I don't follow celebrities. I don't care less about celebrities, in that they're just people. You know, people are people just like us. You know, they just happen to be famous. You know, and so what is interesting is that being here at Social Media Marketing World, what has been so cool is that I've had the ability to see the people that I do follow, like the people I've actually learned some shit from, excuse my French, but the people I've actually learned some ish from, and the people that have been so influential in my business since I've started it has been amazing. Like, it's so cool to see. I just heard Pat Flynn live. I've seen him like a couple times in the halls now. He's always greets me by name. Like, even before even seeing me for the first time, I recognize him, and he recognized me just from Twitter and stuff like that, which is amazing. And he was like, "Hey, Andrea," you know, like, what the world? Roberto Blake, who is my neighbor in Atlanta. You know, we both live on the same side of Atlanta, and he's here, and I got to hear him live. Derral Eves, Sean Cannell, all my YouTube favorites, Chalene Johnson, Subi Zimmerman. I mean, really, these people are so fantastic. Jasmine Star, and these are not household names that everybody in the world would know, but if you're in the world of marketing, and trust me when I tell you, not even all the marketers in the world know these people, but if you are clued into a certain segment of marketing, you definitely know these people. And to hear them live and to get to hear them in person is absolutely fantastically amazing. amazing, and I am thoroughly impressed. To be honest, I'm thoroughly impressed. It is just so great. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be around these teachers who have taken me and my business to another level. Truthfully, 3 years ago, I started the ADS agency. I did not expect to start a YouTube channel, was not even thinking about it, did not care about it, was not necessarily thinking about starting all my social media channels and growing them to what they are, was not thinking about an online course, nor my own email list for myself or any of that. And I have all those things now. And they work for my business. They're not massive, but they work for the people who find them and the people who stumble across my little space in my corner of the world and who become little fans of mine in my space because of what I can give them. It works. And so I'm so grateful to get to hear these people and get to listen to what they have to say. And I just want to tell you that it's been absolutely 1000% fantastic to be in the social media marketing world space. And that's all I can tell you. All right, so if you're not here, you need to be here next year. Cheers. So it's so true. It was so absolutely 1000% marvelous to see these people whom I love, adore, who taught me so much from a distance, and they know that they teach people every day, but they didn't know it was me. And it was just great, truly great for people like Pat Flynn to know my name, for Roberto to be my neighbor here in Atlanta, and getting a chance to just sit and listen to him as usual, because he has lots to say all the time, and they're always fantastic, wonderful tips and thoughtfulness on his behalf. So, just really awesome to see these people one-on-one in person, and I can't tell you how great that is. So, Social Media Marketing World, Social Media Examiner, great job. You did a fantastic job on this. I am a fan of your conference. I will be going next year, and I will be trying to bring people with me. And that is it for now. I hope you enjoyed this recap video, and sorry, not sorry, it was a tad long. I tried to spare you. This could have been easily 45 minutes to an hour. I'm not going to do that to you today. I will be breaking it up, for you so you can kind of delve into these other topics as you like over the next few weeks. But I will be going over these because this is what I do after conferences. I get the golden nuggets. I want to pass them on to you because that's what we do here. All right, and thank you so much for being here. Again, if you like this video, please do actually like it. And side note, this is so much easier in the YouTube app. Do not try to do this if you're on a browser and you're trying to like it, it's gonna make you subscribe, log into YouTube and all this, and you probably don't remember your password. So do this, watch these videos from inside your YouTube app. And that way you can just like it, comment, leave questions, comments as you like. And also, please do consider subscribing to this channel. So the button is below. Just hit subscribe. And then also, once you hit subscribe, there'll be a little bell that pops up. And you want to click that because that's how you're going to get notifications of these videos once they're up. Otherwise, I promise you, you're not going to know when they go up. I mean, you just won't, because you probably subscribe to a lot of channels and it just won't show you in the feed. You got to get the notifications, okay? If you're listening to this on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any of those, please do rate and review this podcast. Greatly, it would be so greatly appreciated. I would really love that. And otherwise, thanks so much for being here. One last thing. Also, be sure to follow us wherever you are online. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Like us at the ADS Agency. I suppose we'll soon be on TikTok. If you're on TikTok, raise your hand below. I want to know if you're there, and I want to hear your take on it. I've been anti-TikTok because none of my clients need it at the moment, but I should. You're right, I should be learning it just in case. Just in case. It might be great for one of my clients at some point. So you got me. I'm gonna get on it. All right, follow us, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Oh, side note, if you're watching this in real time right now, this is the beginning of March 2020. So we are kicking off our special Hello Spring Challenge on Thursday, March 12th. That will be this week. And so if you're watching this in real time, be sure to join us on Instagram. All you have to do is go find us on Instagram, the ADS Agency, DM us, and we will send you the instructions on how to participate. It's free. It's an 8-day challenge, countdown to spring. And so it's a really fun way just to engage, get new followers, you know, mix and mingle with some other small business owners online, and just have fun and reinvigorate your Instagram. All right, so we'd love to see you there. And that, I promise you, is it. Cheers, people. See you next time. Mwah.